What's up, you guys? I'm sorry I've been gone. Hey! What's up, Lead? What's up, Pixie? Hi, Leo. Hi, Curtis. Hi, Max. I see we're already in Ban Texas mode. Perfect. We're gonna be having an international, intergalactic vote on whether or not we should ban Texas tonight. Hi, Sean. Good to see you. Oh, let me get the multi-stream up here. Can you guys hear me okay, NL? Is everything working right for once? Texas is canceled. She's finished. No more. Season finale. Awesome. Hey, guys. Just getting this stuff up and rolling. What's up? I can see YouTube now, too. How's the music level? It's a little loud on my end. I'm gonna turn it down. There we go. I missed you guys. I've been gone for a long time, like 2 weeks. I went to see my family and I was originally planning to stream with you guys from there, but it was utter chaos. It was like dogs barking, children screaming, TVs blaring. I was like, this is gonna be a nightmare. Not only that, but my parents' internet is probably would have fallen out like 10 times. Oh. Anybody who asks not to be banned tonight will be immediately banned. No. Yeah, and then last week, yeah, I was just in a shit mood. I was in a shit mood because of all this stuff, but I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic today. It's probably the Prosecco. The Prosecco, I should say. We're drinking Aldi. Where's the... Oh, there's the... I'm like holding it up to my webcam. We're drinking Aldi tonight. My favorite knockoff drinks. I'm good, Satanist. How are you? World-class Satanist. I was just reading some articles about the Satanist church and how they're planning to challenge some of these laws that are happening in Texas. I'm actually becoming a really big fan of the Satanist church. I just feel like it's perfect satire, and it also, they're making interesting legal arguments on top of it. We gotta get creative these days. Certainly, these bounty hunters are getting creative. It's hard for me to believe that this is real. Like, every time I think about it really hard, I feel like I just have landed in crazy land or something. It would be one thing if it was just some sort of, you know, straightforward ban, but the whole bounty thing, like they're, you know, cosplaying or LARPing in 1873 in Texas, like, okay. But I feel like even cowboys wouldn't have been this crude, this cruel. Like, the fact that they're putting bounties around anyone who helps someone just seems so bizarre to me. Oh, hi, awesome Twitch dude. You're my Twitch husband? Okay. Didn't know I had a Twitch husband, but the more you know. Hello! Thank you for the 3-month subscription! Thank you so much. And Sand Tiger, thank you for hosting. Oh, it's good to see you guys again. Snitching for money, exactly. It's like, what is this, man? Yeah, the Satanists are wild. But you know what? I think it's interesting as a philosophical exercise. I love a good philosophical exercise. What's up, Muppet? Hi, Scout Tiber. Let's see who's in the chat today. Of course, my husband's here. Kiev, what's up? Hi, Slayer. We're banning and canceling Texas. I couldn't tell you why yet, Raven. We have to, you know, go through the specific crimes. We're gonna cast them into the sea. It's no big, don't worry about it. Oh, that's so fucked, Alex. And I'm so sorry. By the way, I shouldn't make fun too much light. I try to handle things that upset me with humor, but my heart goes out to all of you who are in Texas right now. I know how scary this might feel and be, and you know how much stress this puts so many people under, and I can't do anything about it but crack stupid jokes. But I do want you to know that my heart's with you and my pocketbook is with you and I am, you know, joining the people who are doing what they can. That's all we can do. Let's support each other right now. And no, you're not alone. You have the whole country. We have the entire intergalactic federation here today who will be voting to ban Texas, so that should hopefully feel, you know, affirming as well. Hi, Maybe. Do you like my shirt? Isn't it great? I love it. I love it. I actually have, in my backyard, I planted all these passion flower plants, and they got completely eaten, all of them, by caterpillars. I forget the type of butterfly they turn into. It's not monarchs, but they do look like monarchs. And now my whole backyard is like full of these butterflies who ate all my flowers. But it's pretty. I feel like I'm in like a butterfly room when I step out there. It's interesting to see how the abortion law has incentivized hookup culture, with lots of women deciding to outright withhold sex entirely now. Leafy was there. Thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription, Leafy. Appreciate it. Yeah, sex strikes have been a method used historically. I don't really feel like that's a helpful method. It's like another call to tell people what to do with their bodies. Feels kind of manipulative. It also is a very individual approach to a problem. Like, I guess if you have a partner who is explicitly, you know, advocating for you to not have the right to choose, that might be one thing, but as a widespread strategy, I question that method. Gonna submit a list of things that you can make sure to relocate from Texas if you force us out. No one should miss out on our barbecue or whatever. Alright, yes, please submit all of the Texas items to grab before we cast them into the sea. Thank you so much for the bits, Jacob. Thank you so much. Nobody's going on a sex strike. I mean, I don't know, Mr. Missing. Maybe people are going on a sex strike? I don't know what's happening in their bedrooms. I'm not gonna go on a sex strike, personally. Yeah, exactly, Pixie. Like, if you feel like you need to go on a sex strike against your partner, might be some deeper issues there to hash out in a healthier way. Stubbs Barbecue in Austin. I need to spend more time in Austin. I have a bunch of friends who moved there. I guess Austin's like basically being filled with Californians. I'm sorry, Austin. Sucks to be you. Yeah, I've heard that, Alex. It's gotten really expensive, although everywhere has gotten so expensive since the pandemic started. Thank you so much for the bits, Toady. Thank you. Don't cross the picket line. Am I still a feminist? Yes, Vandar, but probably not the type of feminist that you think. I feel like people who are not really deep in like the insider baseball of feminism think of one specific thing when they think of feminism, and I don't really see my form of feminism represented anywhere. Like all the mainstream feminist voices, I'm like, okay, yeah. Moscow, hey, good to see you again. And thank you for resubscribing, Moscow. It's good to see you. Yeah, I feel like my feminism is a combination of being a godless heathen, like critical thinking, free thought stuff, sex positivity, like a little sprinkling of second wave essence, and kind of libertarian. That's very inexact. So many things. But yes, I, in the sense that I think that we have gender issues in society, I am still a feminist. If you're not intersection feminist, I don't see why anyone would care. What is that? What is an intersectional feminist to you? I have a definition of that, but I'm curious what that means to you. Thank you for the super chat, JT. Ban California, better yet, just sit back and watch them. Cell phone. Yeah, California is in a bit of a state. I guess I don't really have much of a ground to talk on right now. No, we're not as bad as Texas. Didn't Texas also pass some really extreme gun laws at the same time? I don't know, man. It seems scary down there. Oh, I didn't realize it hadn't popped up here. Thank you again for the super chat, JT. What says the Vice link is unavailable? That's weird. It should just be... Let me double check, sorry. I have stuff going through, so one of the links must be right. We are gonna do advice later. Not right now, but in a bit. So if you want to do that... Oh, crap. Oh, crap. It's like locking me out. Fuck. Does anyone have the active link? If you could post it. Cause... Oh, wait. Here we go. Here we go. It should just be bit.ly/ advice from Lacey. Yeah. Or confess to Lacey. Also bad advice from Lacey. Both of those should go through. Sorry they're broken. I'll be sure to fix that before next time. It's concealed carry without a permit. That's actually really scary. Oh my god. It's a Wild West down there. I mean, if that's what the majority of Texans want, who am I to criticize democracy? I feel like this law is different because it's not actually what the majority of people want. It's a very loud, powerful minority. Where's Odin when you need him? Hi, Orion. It's good to see you. Hi, Aussie. Lacey should react to some of donut operators' shooting breakdowns. I'm curious on your opinions. I don't even know what that is, and I'm scared to ask. That sounds very traumatic. Oh yeah, we've gotten into the online dating stuff several times. Apotheos. It's a recurring theme. It's basically how people date now, so. This law is unconstitutional. What's up, G? Good to see you. Yeah, I just saw, also before I hopped on, I saw that the Justice Department is suing Texas, I think. Don't quote me on that. I could have it wrong. Yeah, they're suing for the unconstitutionality grounds. Be interesting to see where that goes. Open carry in Texas. Howdy from James in Texas. What's up, James in Texas? It's open carry. Okay, that doesn't make me feel better, actually. Dan, we do have a Second Amendment. It's just a matter of interpretation. You know, a lot of gun regulation advocates say that the Second Amendment was written in a time when people literally used muskets. And so the types of weapon technology we have now changes the context or changes the interpretation. So yeah, it's a thing. I feel like that's another conversation, much like the abortion conversation, that just sort of becomes very extreme. Like there's two extremes and no in between, when there's clearly gotta be a lot of in between. We don't really hear from moderates. You have the right, hi Harley, you have the right to, wait, where'd your comment go? Bear arms or the right to arm bears? Whatever the hell you want to do. I don't think we should arm bears. I'm gonna vote no on the arming bears bill. Should we sell Texas back to Mexico? I was thinking just sort of yeet it into the sea, but I guess we could try to make some money. Guns are dangerous. Indeed. Hi, Maj. I vote arming bears. Wow, you guys have some strong opinions about bears and weapons. Yeah, that's true. You know, there's a little bit of an interesting conflict, I think, about how much leeway we should give states' rights. And I was reading last week that if the Supreme Court, which has obviously been stacked at this point, I'm pretty sure that Amy Coney Barrett's, she's done a lot of anti-choice activism. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I read that way back when. It seems possible that we're gonna see either the outright overturning of Roe v. Wade or the sort of quiet fizzling out of Roe v. Wade in our lifetime. And we are gonna have to figure out what to do about that, how to keep people safe. You know, I think there's plenty of arguments to be had about philosophy. I think there's plenty of valid conclusions to arrive at about how you feel about abortion. But at the end of the day, you know, this is a Christian law, essentially, that has been enacted. And we don't live in a theocracy, and we all need to be able to come to our own conclusions about something that's this, you know, sort of complex and personal, and about what happens inside our own bodies. You know, it's very, very visceral. So I feel like at the end of the day, people, no matter what, no matter how you feel about it morally, philosophically, people are going to get abortions, and it's either going to be safe or unsafe, you know? Sort of the harm reduction, like how I feel about sex. At the end of the day, people are going to fuck, and it doesn't matter how many people scream don't have sex, or sex is a sin, or whatever. People are going to do it, and so we need to make sure it's safe. The biggest issue with this law, 6 weeks, is ridiculous, unless they make planned pregnancy tools readily available and accessible. Even then, 6 weeks and assume, where'd it go? And assume you're pregnant is stupid. Yeah. Yeah, most people don't even know they're pregnant by 6 weeks, right? It's like, I mean, that's the point, right? Usually by week 4 is around, or 5. I mean, my cycle's a little bit longer than 4 weeks. So by week 5, you know, you will have missed a period. That gives you 1 week, right? Thank you for the super chat, JT. Lacey, come to Texas and shoot some stuff. You'll love it. Don't knock it till you try it. Stay amazing. Still love you anyway. Thanks, JT. You know, I'm not opposed to like shooting on a range. And in fact, before the shutdown happened, I had planned to take shooting lessons. I was getting a lot of creepy threats. Always have in internet land. And so I was like, you know what? I should have a weapon. That's what pre-COVID Lacey thought. I should shoot things. Thank you for the bits, Isolationist. Longtime listener, the Satanic Temple is gonna sue for religious right to do the abortion laws. Oh, multitasking. Hi, Kablazin. Thank you for the resubscription and good to see you. I'm trying to read this. Also, Texas is just one. 19 other states have constitutional carry and not all of us here like this. Oh, I'm sure. Cheers. Cheers, Isolationists. Yeah, I know that there are people in Texas. I've been hearing from people in Texas this past week especially who are not represented by these laws. So Texas has more abortion restrictions than Sharia law. I saw like a meme floating around that abortion is allowed in Sharia law. Is that true? I haven't fact checked it. Ew, bug. Bug! Gross. It is bug season. Ugh, God. My Venus flytrap is very happy, but me, I am not. Satanic bears with guns fighting Texans. The future. The future, everyone. Didn't know you were right-wing now. Yes, as you know, I am an alt-right, far-right person. Yeah, that's what some random blog said, so it must be true, right? You know, Pixie, LA doesn't usually have a lot of bugs, but this year I feel like bugs are everywhere. And I keep getting bites in weird places. Like, how did you get in there, bro? Get out. These bugs are like Texas, just making their way downtown. Right on the cooter. Bugs are friends. Oh, that's too wholesome, Kamome. It's true. I do like bugs to the extent that, you know, Earth and everything. I just don't want them biting my pubes. Okay. Thanks for the bits, Moscow. Can we make sure to chain Ted Cruz to a large boulder before we push Texas off the side of the earth? I don't want him boarding a plane to his little hideaway at Cancun. Brutal! Brutal, Moscow!
Huge fan, but yes, please ban us and stay the hell out, Californians.
I'll try to stop them, okay, Doodle? Thank you so much for the donation. No, I legitimately saw some people post that to someone who said, obviously, they look down on abortion. I'm sure they look down, but I don't know what the law is. I'm a dumbass, you guys. I don't know anything. Hi, Max! Thanks for the resubscription. He says, hi, Lacey. Ban Texas. Okay, guys, it is time. It is time for the International Galactic Confederate Army to vote on whether or not Texas will be allowed to stay in America. Right after we dance. Thank you, Sand Tiger. Thank you for the subscription. All right, guys. The official vote will be cast on twitch.org.tv.com. I am starting the vote. You have 10 minutes. If this motion passes, we will start to carve Texas off of America, and we will push it directly into the sea. Thank you for your participation in democracy. I hate how people think pro-choice means pro-abortion. Yeah, that's true, Jesus. This is a complaint about a lot of problems that I have. Like, this is my complaint about a lot of different problems. The framing of them does not it does not reflect a lot of nuance, right? The language is also extreme. It like goes to the poles, right? It becomes very polarized. Thank you for the bits. Who is that? Oh, thanks, Moscow, for the bits. I totally forgot Joe Rogan is in Texas. Let's chain Ted Cruz to Joe Rogan instead. Thank you so much for the super chat, Vic. As a person from New Zealand, I don't know how it all works. Can you tell us how it works going to different states for medical stuff like this? Vic, I can tell you generally, there's like a lot of confusion about this law and, you know, who can be bountied or whatever, because, fuck, so dumb. But in general, what happens is when it is outlawed, people with money do travel. And they're allowed to do that. My body, my choice, except for vaccines and masks in that case. Screw agency, we wouldn't want to harm the innocent. Cue clown music. Thank you for the super chat, JT. I think you are getting at some of the hypocrisies here about vaccines. Masks, I don't know. Masks I think of more in the realm of dress codes almost. And just basic stuff that we have to do for health, like seatbelts. Vaccines, the vaccine mandates, I do think that there's a legitimate argument there. I personally don't think they should be mandated unless you are in a career where you are working directly with people who cannot be vaccinated or at a very high risk of getting sick and dying. So people who are healthcare workers, people who work with kids, things like that. I mean, that's part of the job. They don't have to get vaxxed. They can have a different job. But, you know, I sweeping mandates, I am sympathetic to that argument. I don't think people should. I don't think it's the way. Obviously, I think everyone should get vaccinated. I am pro-vaccine. I got the vaccine, like, immediately. But I don't think it's helpful to mandate this stuff. Do you guys know what I mean? Where are you guys at with it? Our company did a vaccine mandate unless you work from home. Oh, I also want to acknowledge the counter argument to this, which is that, and this is, I think, what the ACLU was saying the other day, that if you're not vaccinated, you can basically become a vector for the disease and give it to other people. But in theory, if everybody who wants it has access to the vaccine, those people are kind of willfully putting themselves in harm's way. The counter argument that I can see to that is that it puts an undue burden on the hospitals, on healthcare workers, who then have to treat all those people who have to spread their resources really thin. I just argued with myself for like 10 minutes. I think there's, you know, it's an important discussion. Pro-vax, but also pro-choice. Government force is evil. Yeah, I generally oppose government forcing things. And I support government protecting choice, right? Which is why I think these laws are so fucked. We should have a choice. Lazy versus lazy. I should do a video where I fight with myself. Let's fight, except it's just me. It should be a choice, but strongly support vaccination. Yeah, me too. Me too. Still believe in germs? You don't believe in germs? You playing 4G chess over there, Sync? Or Cynic? I think more people got the vaccine in the US than got COVID in the US. I think that's true. I think that's right. I think I read that 60% of the vaccination eligible population, mouthful, got the vaccine, so. Yeah. Oh, really? 6 hours, Sean? What? I don't want to watch the whole thing, but I want to watch like 5 minutes of that. Just a 6-hour fight with yourself. Oh, that's too much. There are communities that are extremely distrustful of vaccines because they were subjected to medical experiments earlier in their history. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Moscow. Tuskegee. And I think in general, there is a lot of distrust of the medical system. I mean, our medical system is fucked, dude. Like, there's just no way around that. And, you know, of course, I still trust that more than a wild bat virus, of course. But I feel some you know, I feel understanding of people who have real reservations, and I think the way to help people get vaccinated is to help them feel more trust, right? And when the whole point is that you feel like the government is against you or trying to control you, and then you put in a mandate, that does not that doesn't seem like the right way to handle it, you know? Batman virus. My bad. Batman virus. Forgot. Thank you for the super chat, Romy. If your logic is being unvaccinated would put undue stress on the health system, what about smoking or obesity? Where do you draw the line? That's a fair point. That's a fair point, Romy. Smoking, certainly a choice. Obesity, you know, it's not very clear. Obviously, personal choices can play a role in our weight, but there are some complicated biochemical things that can happen when people get sick with food choices, food availability, things like that. But yes, that's a really good point. Obesity is, that's also true, Project. That's also true. Obesity isn't contagious, and neither is smoking. Thank you. That's an excellent point. Yeah, that's an excellent point. So maybe the line is that this is a contagious disease that targets people who are older and sicker. Yeah, and that fills up hospitals much more quickly. I'll buy it. Aww. Rest in peace, Uzern. No, insert. I don't know how to say that screen name. Sorry. But sending a hug. How do you inoculate the general population against obesity and smoking? Touche, Moscow. Touche. We shouldn't be creating systems that can fail people. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But we have to deal in reality. And even though for a lot of these questions, the solution is to fix the system, we're still stuck right here, right now, you know? I'm sympathetic to the fix the system arguments. Completely. I just don't think they're always pragmatic. Just reading the mandate, it seems real mild. Is this the mandate that they said they were going to announce? I think I read that they were planning to announce a mandate for companies with more than 100 people. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what I read. We could ban tobacco, but that would make a lot of people mad. Yeah, it's true. There's sort of this infinite spiral about choices and health. It's all there's a lot of very complicated relationships there with things that are addictive or access issues. How do you feel about the vaccine passports? What vaccine passports? Sorry, I don't leave my house, so I need more specificity. I've never been asked to show my vaccination card, personally. You hear about the prohibition? Didn't end well. Touche, Rebel. Yeah, I personally don't tend to favor prohibition arguments of any kind. Instead, I'd rather deal with the reality of people's behavior. We have a lot of, you know, ideas about how, oh, it would be so much better if people just stopped doing this or people just started doing that. And human behavior isn't like that, right? It's not so straightforward like that. SF has vaccine passports. Like, they asked to see, oh, you aren't allowed in some establishments without proof of vaccine. Okay, okay. I mean, I feel like some small government folks would argue that that's the right of those businesses. If they want to require a vaccine passport or, you know, a vaccine card, they would say, well, that's also their right. When you go to bars, they ask now sometimes, yeah. And also the market decides people. Like, go to a different bar. Is that too simple of a solution? We don't have that here, I don't think. I don't really go to bars. Actually, was I at a bar? I feel like I just had cocktails. Oh, I was in Sacramento. I had cocktails. They didn't have any vaccine requirements. Yeah, I haven't encountered it, but, you know, I don't go out a ton. My bar, my choice. The true liberation stance, G. Fake vaccine cards are a black market business. Yeah, Danny, I saw that in Hawaii. Some woman was arrested because she lied. She like had a card that said she was vaccinated with Moderna. So like Maderma. Like, if you're gonna pull some shit, at least try, dude. At least try. At least Google it. You know what I'm saying? LA started a few weeks ago, but it's slow to move on it. Interesting. I haven't heard about it. Here in East LA, we are 90% vaxxed. Or like 92% vaxxed where I live. My immediate area. So it's probably not gonna affect people here, but in other parts of LA, it's been much slower. I had a nurse. She was ranting at me. I asked for the rant because I was asking her a lot of questions, but she was ranting at me while she took my blood about how hard it's been to get people vaccinated here. Yes, I'm in East LA, the real Los Angeles, let's be honest. If you ever been to LA, there's East LA and there's West LA, and we don't like West LA. Okay, that's where all the weird LA stereotype people live. And if you live in West LA, well, I think you have to get into the sea with Texas. Thanks, James. That's sweet of you. Why ban Texas when half of California's coming here? That's true, Mexican. We should ban California too. We should ban all of California. I'll live in the sea. I'm okay with it. That's right, Mercurius. Yeah, it is where the socialist millionaires live. West LA is very glamorous, it's very showbiz, it's very trendy. East LA has trendy spots, but it feels more like California. The California that I know, you find more people who are actually from here in East LA. There's more parks, which is important to me. I love going to the park. Like 2 more trees. We have 2 more trees than West LA. Oh, by the way, guys, I remember how I told you I was going to that conference in New Orleans? The one with all of the heretical thinkers from the internet. Got canceled, man. Got canceled. I knew it was gonna happen. Totally understandable. The hurricanes and everything's just been awful. They had another surge there. Bummed. Thanks for the 420 donation, Cynic. Have some green. Thank you. Thank you, kind sir, ma'am, or NB. For all the talk
on banning Texas, if you ask most Texans, they'd probably be very much in favor of being their own sovereign country. At least they could control their own border. Just saying.
That's true. Texas probably wants to be its own country. So hey, I am supporting the locals. Just don't call it San Fran, that's true. That's true, complacent. We call it the Bay. The Bay. Honestly, I'd move back to the Bay if it wasn't $8 million for a 1-bedroom apartment. Who could afford that shit, man? Like, who can afford to live in the Bay? Who are these people? Bitcoin billionaires or some shit. Oh yeah, Frisco is the worst one. Frisco is gonna get you canceled in my book. San Fran, okay, I'm gonna judge you, but we can make it work. Frisco, it's over. Where can you find a 1-bedroom for $8 million? That's the Bay Area. You said the Bay Area is so expensive. And the irony, 800 roommates. Big brain right there, Kamome. The irony of the Bay Area being so expensive is that the entire area is literally on a fault line that is overdue for an earthquake. For a big earthquake. Not just a little rumble, right? Like the whole city leveled sort of earthquake. I'm like, okay, this doesn't seem like a good deal. You know what I'm saying? This is not a good exchange. Then again, I hate LA too, so. I'm hoping I'm gonna get into a school in North Carolina or Nashville, maybe Oregon. Then I'll be on my merry way. Will you guys support me emotionally if I move to the South? Thank you for the super chat, Jonathan. Is that true? Shoot me some links. If that's true, we should have reached herd immunity, right? Oh goodness, I feel like I have a sneeze in there. Come out, little sneeze. Ugh, I hate that feeling. Oregon is litty. I grew up in Portland, Oregon, so it would be like a homecoming. I'm hoping to get my MA in counseling, Dean. I would like to become a sex therapist. It's a long road, you guys. But I gotta get started. Can you talk banjo? What does that mean, Odin? Banjo language? Let me reset my little playlist here. Oh, our intergalactic vote to ban Texas. The results are in. Let's see. Oh, shit. 78% have voted yes to cast Texas into the sea. 22% of people / intergalactic aliens live in Texas. So they obviously voted yes or no. Alright, Texas is getting yeeted, you guys. Thank you so much for coming together for this excellent cause. Thank you for participating in democracy. Come to Michigan. It's cold up there. Rebel, I live in a place where the average temperature is like 90 degrees. If I stepped foot, the moment I step foot in Texas, my whole body will just become an ice cube. Yes, Box Monster, I just drowned 29 million people because I am pro-choice. Ew, Baba, no. You can get your license revoked for that. And I am not trying to have sex with... Do you think I need to use my position of power to have sex? Do you think I have trouble having sex? Sir? No. Texas is now 100% humid because it is underwater. I don't smoke weed anymore, Mexican, but I support the cause. I survived on my travels by wearing a lot of coats, Dundorian. I still froze, though. The worst place, though, for the cold when I was on tour was Boston. Boston was just unbelievable. Like, there's like 12-foot walls of snow through the whole city. That's true, Cynic. I've been very spoiled. But honestly, I don't really like the hot sunshine all the time thing. I really don't. I need to like have rain. I need to like feel cozy. I want cool weather to hike in. What I'm saying is my life is so hard with sunshine every day. It's awful. No one has it worse than me. Thank you for the super chat, right? Hope all is well. Are you saving the stream? Yes, streams are always saved. They're always saved. Soon I'm gonna make every stream in existence available on my YouTube channel. Coming soon to a YouTube channel near you. I'm also gonna have a new video, hopefully up Saturday. I'm editing it right now. I had some major technical issues and had to re-record it, so that was a pain in the ass. I guess I could do that, Rebel. Just not go outside. I already do that. The summer in LA is basically like winter in the north. It's just too miserable to go outside, so everyone stays indoors. If everyone lived underground, the temp would be perfect. I don't know, I need some light. I don't know if I could be a mole person. Hey, did you guys hear about this dance party? Hey! Wow, thank you so much for gifting a subscription, LIVEEE. And welcome to the fan, Dez. The Dez. I was gonna ask you guys if you heard about this. Can you see that? I saw this today and almost lost my shit. They are starting a literal reality show called The Activist. And basically they're gonna compete to get the most social media support for their cause. If this isn't a sign that the asteroid needs to come now, what is? Cannot believe that. It says the 5-week reality series premieres in October. It'll feature 6 inspiring activists teamed with 3 high-profile public figures working together to bring meaningful change to one of 3 vitally important world causes: health, education, and environment. They'll go head-to-head in challenges to promote their causes, with their success measured via online engagement, social metric, and the host's input. What the fuck? This is so fucked. Oh, I can't believe this is real. We officially entered the upside down. The activists will spread awareness about society's most urgent issues, while also giving every viewer the opportunity to be the part of the solution. Oh my god, this is so bad. An unprecedented example of how entertainment can change the world. Can you believe the audacity of these people? Belch! Sexy sex time! Belch, thank you so much for subscribing for 3 months. You are such a sweetie. And thank you, Nachos, for the super chat. Has social media accomplished anything, though? Look, social media has probably accomplished stuff, but you shouldn't turn it into a freaking game show where all these producers and celebrities are like jerking off and patting themselves on the back for how fucking awesome their activism is. The funniest part is that they're gonna like choose a cause that matters the most. People are gonna vote. It's gonna be like, sorry, little Jimmy, we really don't care about the hurricanes plaguing your home. It's not that important to us. It's so fucked up. Exactly, social psych. And hi, nice to see you. Social media already incentivizes shitty behavior. We don't need to gamify that more. Yay, capitalism. Indeed, Danny. A better title would be Twitter jerk. True. Believe it or not, I definitely believe the audacity of these people. They have no finite limit to the depths of depravity and vapidity they will sink to. Just why? Just why? I might have to do a video about this when it comes out. Just to spread my salt. Spread that salt around. Totally, Rhizometric. It's like the grossest entertainment capitalism ever. Ugh. Lacey, can I name a badass fantasy character after you? Asking for myself and to get our minds off our slowly transforming real world dystopia. Sure, as long as they're actually badass. I would not want to be a good ass fantasy character. That just wouldn't fit me. And thank you for the super chat, 25th. That's sweet of you. Social media big brother. Lacey reacts. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever done a react video. Alright guys, my channel is now a reaction channel. We're gonna react to all of the insane excesses of capitalism. I'm actually not anti-capitalism. I'm anti-unregulated capitalism. I think we decided on a prior stream that I am a social democrat? Is that what it was? Did you give the Fine Brothers their cut? Oh yeah, they're gonna be coming in. They're gonna want 90%. 90% cut. Social democrat. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, I'm happy but also disappointed that no one noticed I got new glasses. Don't I look different? You guys can't really tell in the camera, but these are blue. Can you see? Can you see the blue kind of? No, you can't tell. They look black. Thank you, Curtis. Finally someone compliments my glasses. I broke mine in Sacramento and it was actually really bad because I had to drive and I didn't have eyes. But I got these on Zenny Optical, which I'd never done before. I've never done online glasses. And they were so cheap. I'm like, what kind of unethical shit is going on with these glasses? But also $50 glasses. My last glasses that broke after a year were $300. Bitch, what the fuck? Right? I'm a believer, Files. I am a believer. The tea shades? What's that, Nachos? I'm not sure what model. They were posted as like $6, but then once I like put my prescription in, I have astigmatism, and then I apparently have a weird pupil widths. They're like, this is not normal eyes. We're gonna charge you $30 more. Okay, great. Yeah, I got it from Zenny. I think I might get some sunglasses too. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about these. Oh, I also want to show you guys. I got prescription goggles. And look how cool I look. Well, I'll put them on right. It was not me tooting, that was me pressing. Oh, it's like sucking my eyes out. Fuck. Okay, too tight. Too tight! Look at how cool this is, guys. I know, now I can see all the gross stuff at the bottom of the pool. I'm really excited about that. Yeah, I actually found these for like $20. You can pick negative whatever your number is. So it's not exactly right because my eyes are actually two different numbers, but I'm gonna be able to see everything. Everything. Because right now when I'm at the pool, I can't see the timer. I can't see the wall. It's a hazard. It's a hazard. Thank you, Kamome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited. Small victories in the world of lesser grading. All right, shall we do some... Is there any advice? That's the first question. Did anybody need advice or feedback this week? Okay, we got a few. We got a few. I guess the link was broken, so... Okay. right, so we have 4. Chat, I'm gonna need you to chime in with your sagest wisdom. Hi, I have a big humiliation fetish and pretty much need degradation to get off. My girlfriend will indulge this from time to time, like maybe once every couple of months, but it's not her thing. I love her, but I wonder if we'd both be happier with someone with more compatible kinks. What do you think? Can this sort of thing be overcome? Mm-mm. I don't want to be overly pessimistic and be like, you're not going to find someone who checks every box for you, because maybe you will. Maybe you'll find someone who is your absolute perfect match. But in my experience, finding someone who we're 100% compatible with, especially if you have a lesser common fetish, the better route is to figure out how to compromise so that you can both get your needs met. And for you, that might be, I mean, once every couple months doesn't sound that bad. I've met plenty of people who their partner won't do it at all, right? But they're married and they have kids or whatever, and so it becomes very complicated. So I guess the question for you is that enough for you? Can you compromise? Maybe. Could you find someone who's absolutely perfect for you? Maybe, but probably even harder. I can't answer that question for you. That's tricky. What do you think, chat? Do you appreciate her for other qualities? Is a poly relationship? Oh, I lost my spot. An option. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you are both into it, I would not force the poly issue. This has come up a few times on the chat, and I've met so many couples who go into it monogamous, try to become poly, and then it just ruins everything, and it's a dumpster fire. So you both have to really be poly for that to work. See a couples therapist. Yeah, that could help. That could help. At least with the communication, at the very least. No such thing as perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. Consider giving and taking. Fetishes can change over time. Good advice from the chat. Double Travel! Thank you so much for the resubscription. Sorry I'm late. You can start the party now. Oh, thanks. Get that party started. Poly kills couples when it doesn't start poly. Boom. Nacho's got it. And it also true, Orion. Even when you are poly, poly is hard. I feel like there's a tendency, because of the awareness of poly as a legitimate relationship style, to prescribe it as a solution to problems more often than it actually is. The advice I see online about a lot of these problems that are complicated and there's no obvious way to fix it. You know, people say, go, well, try poly. Well, it's not always that simple. Thank you so much for this super chat. Itchy back. Fuck Texas lawmakers. Your body, your decision. 100%. Yes. We love to see it. We love to see it. Itchy, we pushed Texas into the ocean at this point, so they're taken care of. Wait, I think I just interjected a conversation. Always. Anyone who thinks it's easy is doing it wrong. Yeah, I mean, one relationship can be tough, right? Managing multiple relationships, it's very, very tricky, and I feel like younger people who are trying to navigate it, it's like a shitstorm of stuff because they haven't figured out the basics yet. Do you know what I mean? Thank you, Insulin. That's so sweet. My future in Michigan igloo. Poly is always, in general, about the male getting what they want. Ooh, hot take. Rarely is there a poly couple with one woman, multi-men. They do exist, but I would bet it's not even the norm. I don't know, G. I don't know, because that was G, right? Yeah. My experience, is that women have an easier time finding multiple partners than men. So, what I see a lot of the time is actually the woman in a hetero relationship, right? The woman gets lots of additional partners. She finds partners very easily, whereas the man in the relationship does not. And so the man kind of ends up feeling like, okay, well, where's my piece? I've seen that a lot. Now, you know, those are just anecdotes. In the aggregate, is it more common one way or another? I couldn't tell you. Need a study for that. Random pronouncement with no evidence. I've seen tons of women on dating apps pulling their ENM. Remind me what an ENM is? I'm not super into the poly community anymore. I thought maybe it would be for me in the past, but decided it wasn't. Oh, ethical non-monogamy. Gotcha. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. Tons of women on dating apps. Yeah, I feel like when I was on dating apps, people tried to recruit me all the time to like threesomes and poly, you know, triads and stuff. And I was like, sir, this is a Wendy's. I specifically stated what I'm ordering on my profile. Thank you. Friend was in an open relationship. His boyfriend ended up so angry she was getting action on the side that he threatened. Leaving me hanging here, Odin. But yeah, I have heard that more often. Oh, he threatened her? Oh, no, 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 no. Into the sea with Texas. Oh, maybe, Project. Maybe. Equilibrium. The way that people have used triad with me is that it's like a three-way relationship, whereas a threesome is specifically, you know, a sex exchange. It's a sex, okay? A threesome is a sex. Oh, speaking of a sex, I wanted to show you guys some sex toys that people sent me. Sex toy time. Okay, I don't know who, like, some companies sent this to me and I don't know who they are or whatever. And I don't even know what's in these, so I'm sorry if it's very scary. This is the brand that sent it. This is not sponsored, by the way. In fact, I think that I told these people no on a sponsorship. I got a lot of people trying to sponsor my videos these days. So you might be seeing some sex toys because the girls got to get paid. Without brand deals, YouTube videos pay like 3 cents. All right. Oh my. The first thing I see in this box is sucking mode. I'm definitely about to get demonetized on YouTube. Rip. Oh, it's so cute. It looks like a little something. Doesn't it look like a little something? I don't know. It looks like a sea creature or something. Okay. Oh. Okay. Wait, how does this work? So it's got this end. I assume that's the sucking situation. Aforementioned sucking situation. And got a couple of buttons here. Is this charged? God, these fucking flies. I'm gonna fucking kill them. Alright. I don't think it's charged. I'm very curious. Oh, it is charged. You guys hear that? So there's a little bit of suction on this. I don't think I've come across a toy like this before. But, okay, so I guess you can use it this way, literally, and then this way. The design doesn't seem great. It seems like you should have the sucky thing down here so that you can also use it this way. Should I secretly design sex toys? I've never used one of these sucky toys. Not sucky, like bad, but suction toys. But all my friends tell me they like them. Super cute though. Probably wash it and give it to a friend. I honestly have way too many sex toys, you guys. I know this is a good problem to have, but I'm not kidding when I say I have maybe 4 cabinets of sex toys in my garage. And like, I'm kind of a simple person. Like, I have a couple things I like, and that's it. Oh, this is fun. Okay, this is the other one. Bigger box. This looks cute. Look at this. I don't know what's happening. Oh, wow. This feels magical. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, I think this is actually a lamp. It's like a charging lamp. Okay, you guys, would you put this in your living room as a lamp? Can you imagine? Mom and Dad come over. Wow, cool lamp. How unique. Yep, that's just my favorite sex toy. Alright, let's see if I can get this one on. These are very quiet. Can you hear it? Sorry, I just bonked you. This one's also got a little suction going. Maybe I won't give this one to a friend. I'm curious. It's really cute though. It's like a little, I don't know, chick. Little birdie. If it was blue like the Twitter bird, I might be triggered. Those are fun. Well, next week I have a whole bunch that I'm getting in that I'll unbox for you guys. Some that are made for penises, so I will only be able to show and not comment on their on their function. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. There's a bunch of stuff in this box. I think this might just be the charger and stuff. Oh wait, this isn't it. What the? Oh, it's just like a carry case. Very cute. Very cute. I do actually like the branding on that a lot. It's very cute. Bye, Itchy Back. Thanks for stopping by. Call it a lemon head. Yeah, it does kind of look like a little lemon, huh? It really does. Kind of a lemon squeeze. You need toy with balls? That sounds intimidating. I'm a very simple lady when it comes down to it. Whenever I was on dating apps and stuff, like, people would assume because of my YouTube channel. Okay, I'm really stupid, clearly. I cannot get this on. What the fuck? There we go. Because of my YouTube channel, that I'm like some kind of crazy freak. And you have, especially, it was always the men, who are like, I think on the first ass date, they can sit down and say, saw your YouTube channel, so like, what are you into? Sir, I am a lady. I also am not into really crazy shit. I'm Mormon. Hello? That's what I would always tell them. I'd say, sir, I am a Mormon. No sex till marriage. Not you. Exactly. No, I always just make fun of them for like going, and I'm not talking about like, oh, you know, we went out, we had dinner, we had a few drinks, we're flirting, whatever. I'm talking literally we sit down. And homeboy's like, so. Next. So missionary. Yes, strictly only missionary. I think all other sex positions are immoral, sinful, hateful, frankly. So, you know, do with that what you will. I don't know if I've ever even heard of toys with big balls. Look, I have taught sex at a very long time, but I am like not privy to everything, okay? Sometimes these kids come in knowing more than I do. Or you guys. Look, we're all learners here, okay? Oh yeah, Kaplazin. When I was still bound by the religious law, which admittedly was not very long into my sexually active times, lots of dry humping, lots of hands over clothes stuff. Until I was like, how is this any different? Oh no, Patrick! I just found out that premarital hand-holding exists. I think I'm gonna be sick. Take care of yourself. Self-care. Self-care. Explain soaking for the innocents in the chat. Okay, this is the one thing I do actually know about. Thank you, Social Psych, for thinking about everyone's sex education. Soaking is the Mormon practice of letting the penis soak. Okay. Soaking. And that's it. It's not technically sex. Oh, I feel bad for those kids. There's like so much guilt and shame. Everyone should just enjoy their sexuality. Even me, you know, even though I think other sex positions should be illegal, I can still enjoy the one legal position. You know? Bye, Mrs. All right, let's go to the next, let's go to the next one. Advicey. All right, chat, I need your help. I'm 25. I can't read. I'm 25 and I still have absolutely no idea who I really am. I feel like my personality, hobbies, likes, etc. depends on who I'm around. So I feel ashamed and like I have no personality integrity. How do I learn more about myself and what my actual personality is? Wow, it's such an interesting question. And I feel like even asking that question, you have a high level of self-awareness, right? To even sort of be aware that maybe you're moving fluidly through these situations differently. I will say that I think most people don't know who they really are in their 20s. I feel like that's a normal thing. And I would start by asking yourself, or just noticing when you're saying or doing things that you don't truly enjoy, right? If you're not doing something you actually like, then you're doing it for other people. And so that's obviously not part of who you really are. But self-discovery is a lifelong process. It's so interesting. I don't know that I've ever heard anyone articulate it that way. Take a theories of personality course. Really helped me understand myself. Great advice, Levendliv. I'm sorry, I fucked that up. Equilibrium, thank you so much for the super chat. do a bunch of things and reflect on it. Yes, very Buddhist. Picking things up from other people is how you learn. Yes. Yes. No one knows who they really are, but being self-aware can be a good thing, but also a bad thing for your brain. Well said, that one voice inside my head, and perfect screen name for that comment. Yeah, 50 plus years to figure it out. Knowing yourself is a constant experience. That's also true, Odin, right? Because who we are is always changing. We're always changing. So we don't just get to a point where we know who we are. It's like, oh, all of a sudden I understand everything. I think some level of ambiguity is pretty normal. All right. As a sex-positive, cishet white male in Texas, what can I do to stand out from these loonies? I've walked with the BLM protests and showed support for women's health issues, but when approaching strangers, I'm perceived that I support the actions here when I am truly disgusted by them. Oh. You know, this is one of the things that bothers me about some of the feminist rhetoric, that it sort of paints all people of a group as thinking the same way. Robert, thank you so much for the super chat. Is that a Herman Miller Mira 2? I'm jealous. Wait, is what a Herman Miller Mira 2? I'm confused. Yeah, I don't think that any rhetoric that encourages us to look at someone's gender, sex, race, whatever it might be, and assume who they are, what they believe, their morality, their goodness as a person, I don't think any rhetoric that encourages that is helpful. But that's sort of beside the point. I'm sorry that you're dealing with this and that you're perceived that way. You can't change your skin color, so, or your sex, so. I mean, I guess you could change your sex. Thank you so much, Bravo Needs Bacon, for the $3 donation. You rock, that's sweet of you. Yeah, I mean, the solution here isn't to change who you are, but to know and feel assured in who you are. You know what you stand for, you know who you are. And maybe people are gonna judge you because of how you look, but you know, who cares what they think? Screw them. And if they treat you differently because of that, because they're making an assumption, that's on them. It's not on you. All you can do is your best. What do you think, chat? Don't let them define you. They may be few and far between. I would say know yourself, but with the level of gaslighting that's going on, how is that going to happen going forward? It scares me. Are you referring to... I'm not sure you're referring to DJ. The solution is to stop listening to groupthink rhetoric. Amen to that. Should we ban Texas? Texas could ban the US. We're the only ones to do so successfully. I dare Texas to ban the US. I dare you. Fruit Fight Killer, take a small plastic container with the lid, poke holes at the top, make a mixture of apple. Thank you, I really do need a fruit fly killer. I don't know why there's flies in here, in the garage. Kian, USA, thank you so much for the Prime subscription. So appreciate you, thank you so much. A cider vinegar and dish soap, closed lid, traps and kills flies. I do have some fly tape inside, I might have to hang some in here. Texas unfriends the US on Facebook. That's how you know it's going down. When you get unfriended, uh-oh. Watch out. Oh, that sounds fun, James. I'm very scared of horses, though, so no horseback riding. I did go horseback riding like a year or two ago, and it was very stressful for me. I wanted to push myself outside the box and to do something that scared me, and I only regretted it. I was also very sore for like 3 days. Horseback riding is hard. You like bruised all my crotch bones. Lord. All right. There's this girl I have a crush on and I want to ask her out. She's smart and sweet and damn, she is fine. I'm trying to figure out the best way to ask her out and I came up with an idea to sort of Trojan horse the question in. See, I'm actually talking about you, AC. Will you go on a date with me? Oh, Barry. Barry. Very clever. I'm in a relationship, Barry. Also, all I know of you is text on a screen, so that's not... That's not. It was, Odin! I'm not kidding. I felt crotch bone soreness for like a week. I was like, damn, cowboys must have really thick crotches. Oh, that's so sweet, Jay. No, I'm not single. I made a video with my partner. Although I had to what's it called? Unlist it because it didn't get as many views and brands dock my pay basically based on the views. It's a rough world out here, you guys. I feel like I'm a panhandler for views. Like Spare-like. That's what being a YouTuber is like. What's the best topic of conversation when meeting a woman in person for the first time, even if it's just for sex? Speaking of guys asking you about sex immediately, I think if it is just for sex, that should be the premise of the date, right? Like when you're talking on an app, presumably that's how most people meet now, but you know, when you're talking, it should be communicated up front. If you're looking for something casual, which is a nice way of saying I just want to fuck. Or, you know, be specific about what you want. And in that case, there isn't as much pressure to act like you want something different than you do, and it's more honest and clear. That said, good topics of conversation when going out with someone. Abortion. That's a really good one. Religion. Totally talk about that. What senators you want to yeet into the ocean. Excellent. Excellent discussions. Scully! Thank you so much, Scully! Thank you for the sexy sax moment, Scully. And for the tier 1 subscription. Guns! Yes, guns are always an excellent first date topic. Turn the volume up on my microphone. Let me see. Is this a little better? Sorry, you guys can tell me if I'm being loud or quiet. I'll adjust accordingly. No, not politics or religion. I think it's fun to start with something interesting that you did or saw recently. Something that tells them a little bit about you. Oh, music is loud, voice quiet. Okay, let me turn this down. Please stand by. The music's louder for you guys than it is for me because the mic's closer to my computer. Hopefully that's a little better. Memes, oh yes. Meme swap is always a good idea. Can we ban Kentucky while we ban Texas? 2 for 1, yeah, buy one, get one free. Thanks for the donation, Sand Tiger. Best thing to talk about when meeting a girl for sexy times. What positions do you like? I just heard of this thing called soaking I want to try. Wow, Sand Tiger, you're gonna get laid so much. So happy for you. Recently I got called a devil's creature for using a phone inside a church. What? That's That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. That's true, James. Has anyone figured out why they call the biggest gun ever a minigun? Do they? I don't know anything about guns. I like to pretend I'm hard, but I'm not. Thank you for the super chat, Jonathan. Why can't each state have its own abortion law? I mean, that's basically the question of, you know, whether or not we should have a federal government or not, right? We're a country, and since we all give each other resources and we're united in that way, I do think it is fair to say we need to have some overarching shared norms. But I'd be open to hearing, you know, I'd be open to very, you know, some differences in abortion laws as long as they weren't so extreme. This is very extreme. It basically bans it outright, and that's dangerous. It's dangerous, and it's a violation of women's autonomy, and anyone who can get pregnant, you know? It's a violation of bodily autonomy, and not the type of country that I'd want to live in. I don't want to live in a country that tells you, you know, gets in your doctor's office and tells you what you can and can't do, what medical decisions you can and can't make for yourself. That's where I'm coming from. But I do think the states' rights versus federal rights question is interesting. I'm a liberal, so obviously I support total control over everyone. Not actually. Each nation can experiment. Yeah, that's true. That's true, but we need to have shared norms and expectations. And that's what the law is about, right? Abortions will always happen. It's just a matter of whether there's a risk of being arrested or not, or a risk of getting sick or dying, because when you look at countries where abortion's illegal, they have a lot of death by women who are, you know, doing whatever it takes to control their destiny. And even in the United States before it was legal, right, there was a lot of death. So, you know, we can talk about the morality, we can talk about where does life begin, you know, who gets to draw the line, who gets to decide, you know, when to take the potential for life or take life. But at the end of the day, here's the reality. Like, either we're gonna make it safe and clean and civilized and hygienic for people, or we're not. And I don't want to live in a country that puts people in that position. It's way too easy to be a liberal these days because the center keeps moving to the right. It's interesting you say that, Sean, because I know some people who say the opposite, that the center is moving to the left. It's interesting how we can all perceive it so differently. It's a good question, Leo. I don't know. I'll be the control. Yeah, moving away isn't a good solution to these problems. Telling people to move away. I mean, it's hard to move. It's expensive. You know, I was thinking about moving to North Carolina, and it's like many thousands of dollars to move. So, especially for people, you know, if money is the issue, and it is for the people who aren't just flying out of state, right? If they can't afford to fly to a doctor's office at the border in California or wherever, they certainly can't afford to move, right? And this really is laws. All of these abortion laws, they really are laws for people who don't have the means. Because even when abortion was illegal, women in the US would just fly to London. You know, rich women would just pop over to London and get an abortion. And so the regulations really just apply to women who don't have money. It's like you know, effectively, it's just a law for the poor. Even religious people get abortions, they just don't acknowledge them, yeah. I have a friend, and I do love her dearly, but she is one of those people. She is religious, very religious. Not like old school religious. She's more like a younger millennial religious. She's against abortion, and she has had an abortion herself, and I just don't understand that. Like, how can you how I just don't even know what to say. So we don't talk about it. But when she told me, I was like, that's really weird, because you're always posting online about things. I have some other friends, though, who are pro-life. Two of them. Terminator! Thank you for the resubscription, Terminator. Woo! Thank you for the 2-month subscription. Appreciate you. Yeah, I have two friends, I think 1 or 2, who are more pro-life. They're not, you know, people don't usually fall into these very extreme camps, like they're strictly against all abortion. They're not like that. But I feel like we can have more interesting conversations even though we disagree, because they actually support sex ed. They are big fans of birth control access, like anyone who wants an IUD can get one. To me, that seems like the more logically consistent position, right? If the goal is actually to end abortion, if you really, really do believe this is some massive, you know, moral violation, you should be doing everything you can to help people not land in that position, right? So that's why, for me, it feels like very hypocritical and very obviously about punishing people who have sex for pleasure, you know? Yeah. Exactly, Odin. That's funny, Stan. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. You know, when someone confides in you about an experience they had, am I here? Am I alive? Hey, it's Lynn. I thought you did too. Oh, no, I just got a message. Thank you, it's Lynn. Welcome back, you guys. Sorry, it just dropped, I guess. I don't know. Twitch aborted me. Critical link! Thank you so much. Yes, stream is back. Refresh. If it goes away, all right, if I drop out permanently, it was nice to see you all, and I'll be back next week. Gee, thank you for the 3 months free subscription. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Oh, Scully, what? That's so cute. That was a long time ago. Thank you so much for sitting around and hanging around and putting up with my bullshit for so many years. It's your birthday tomorrow, Odin. Happy birthday before the blackout. Happy birthday. Everyone wish Odin a happy birthday. All 3 people that can hear me right now. Happy Hanukkah. No, there is a Jewish holiday happening right now, right? It's Rosh Hashanah. I probably got that wrong. Happy birthday. Oh, well, I hope it's amazing. Since my stream is being done, I'm gonna wrap here while I have the ability to say goodbye. This was awesome, you guys. Thank you for stopping by. I'll be back next week. I expect a full birthday report, Odin. Oh, that's so sweet, Scully. I'm happy I could be that for you. You sent me a response email and I never answered back? I don't think I got an email from you, Odin. I'll check my spam. Thanks for coming by, everyone. Thanks for helping me push Texas into the sea. And I'll see you next week, except for you, Harley. I won't see you next week. Night-night, guys. Take care of yourselves.